Hello, welcome to Cooking with Carl. This is a new video series. I am fed up. I am angry. What with? These big companies making millions and millions of pounds on Facebook, YouTube and other platforms. These ones posting recipes. And not very good recipes. They're either fake, made to look real but then faked using editing, completely stupid and impractical ideas that can't even work properly, or the methods they use are downright dangerous and potentially going to cause serious physical injury. I'm going to be looking at Chefclub Network. This is one of those companies putting out content just to get money, and their recipes, not one I've ever seen that doesn't have an issue. And I'm going to be following fair use, copyright law, and just going over some of their videos with critique and review, and pointing out some of their many errors. And I'm going to be fair. I will be honest. I will more than welcome the companies like Chefclub to come and message me and discuss what I've brought up and defend themselves if they must. But with my professional experience and experience with food and drink in general, I find it very hard to find a way they can be justifying this. So let's get to the video. Well, at the start, she's making a cheese sauce. For some reason, she's got loads of blocks of cheese and she's just adding them straight to a pan with milk. Now, any basic chef would know that that's not going to work. This is just not going to end up with that. For starters, there's less sauce than there was cheese to begin with. And you're adding raw garlic to it. That's not going to cook out. And now she's cutting this block of macaroni cheese into little cubes on a narrow edge. Why aren't you doing this flat? This is asking for injuries and cuts. Now that we have those prepared, it's just dangerous. Nice and hot, so and why have you got a skewer through the butter? Just put some butter on the griddle. And place them right on top. So our suddenly they're lovely and cooked. We'll just remove them from the I'd imagine they'd melt a bit. Move on to our chicken. So right, you're putting skewers in chicken. That's fair enough. I'm going to take my knife and cut down. And you've contaminated two boards already, because you took that chicken from one board, then put it onto that board with the skewers. And you've cut them in half. Why didn't you just cut them in half, then put the skewers in? You're making unnecessary, stupid steps. Now you're cutting these slits in the chicken, I'm guessing to make it cook faster, but it's such a thin piece of meat anyway. Why don't you just not do that? Because you're just going to release all the moisture from the chicken. Then in a moment she moves this to another board covered in the biggest amount of spice mix I have ever seen. You're wasting so much spice mix and you are getting chicken juice everywhere, and you're getting it all over the spices, everywhere you're tossing it about, and you're not even coating it well. This is salmonella nightmare. And look, it's not even coated properly. And again, the butter on the stick. Why? Just put a blob of butter on. It doesn't make any sense. So look, she's cooking these, but look, there's massive bits of the chicken completely not coated in spice. But then suddenly, ta-da! Completely lovely coated, perfectly coated in spice. And that looks a bit burnt, that spice in places, to be fair. So here we go, we're finishing it off, putting the sauce on the bottom of the plate for some reason. Got a bit of sauce on bottom. Then the mac and cheese on skewers. And you're taking out the skewer. So what was the point of the skewer exactly? Why did you exactly have the skewer? And you're taking the skewer out of the chicken. And now the chicken looks perfectly cooked. There's no burn marks or scorches on the spice that you had a moment ago.
You can find the
this recipe just does the garnish. The recipe just doesn't make any sense. Please, can you explain half of your methodology? Chef Club Network, I really do implore you to get in touch with me and explain your recipes and your dangerous, misleading, fake, and stupidly unnecessary methods in your videos, because it is going to waste people money, and the recipes, a lot of them just do not make any sense. The combination of that bit of sauce on the bottom with that big hunk of macaroni and the chicken, the way you've done it, you've got a really overspiced, burnt spice piece of chicken, which will be dry as hell, with that macaroni, which for no random reason is cut up into big blocks, then fried in butter for no reason. It's more than likely going to end up burning. If it was actually frozen, it's going to burn before it's defrosted and got piping hot in the middle. And the sauce on the bottom, there just simply isn't enough, and it would not make that sauce if you did it the way you did it. Until next time, unless you get in touch with me to explain all your videos, I've been Carl. This has been Cooking with Carl. Goodbye.